In 2014, four elite athletes were 400 miles deep into the Ecuadorian Amazon, competing in the Adventure Racing World Championship. They were physically broken, sleep deprived, and hallucinating. Ahead of them lay a deadly river crossing. They were told it was too dangerous for anything other than an experienced human to survive. But as they pushed off the riverbank, they heard a splash. A scruffy, bleeding stray dog had thrown himself into the freezing rapids. He was drowning, but he refused to let them go. To understand why a street dog would risk his life for four strangers, we have to go back to a moment of basic human psychology, the power of being seen. Days earlier, team captain Mikael Lindnord was sitting in the mud, trying to eat out of a tin can before a grueling 5-mile jungle trek. Out of the corner of his eye, he saw him, a stray dog, starving, covered in deep wounds. He looked like he had been abused his entire life. He didn't beg. He just stared, expecting to be kicked away, like he always was. Mikael felt a sudden wave of pity. He reached into his rations, pulled out a single meatball, and handed it to the dog. The dog ate it. Mikael patted his head, stood up, and the team walked away into the deepest, deadliest jungle on Earth. They thought that was the end of it. They were wrong. As the team hiked into the dark, they realized something impossible was happening. The dog was following them, through knee-deep mud, up vertical inclines, through swarms of insects. This dog, who had known nothing but cruelty from humans, had experienced 1 second of kindness. And psychologically, that one meatball rewired his entire existence. He had found his pack. They named him Arthur. The journey was brutal. At one point, Arthur got stuck in deep mud, completely exhausted. The athletes who were racing for a world championship, where every second mattered, stopped. They threw away their race time, dropped to their knees, and pulled Arthur from the mud. The psychology of the team had shifted. They were no longer athletes trying to win a race. They were a family trying to survive. This brings us to the river. The final stage of the race was a 6-mile kayak sprint down treacherous rapids. Race officials pulled Mikael aside. The verdict was absolute. Taking Arthur on the kayak was a death sentence for the dog and a severe risk to the team. They were ordered to leave him on the bank. It was the hardest moment of Mikael's life. He pushed the kayak off the bank. Arthur stood on the shore, crying. He had finally found humans who loved him, and now they were abandoning him. The psychological devastation was visible in the dog's eyes. But Arthur wasn't going to let his family leave. Without hesitating, Arthur leaped into the raging water. He paddled frantically, his head dipping below the freezing rapids. He was drowning, but he kept swimming toward the boat. Mikael couldn't take it. He dropped his paddle, leaned over the edge of the unsteady kayak, grabbed Arthur by the scruff, and hauled him into the boat. The crowd on the riverbank erupted into cheers. Arthur crossed the finish line with his team. But the real victory wasn't the race. Mikael fought through months of bureaucratic red tape, raised thousands of dollars, and adopted Arthur, flying him across the world to a permanent home in Sweden. Arthur went from a bleeding street dog to a beloved family member, all because of one meatball and a refusal to give up. Humans often think we are the ones who rescue dogs, but psychologically, dogs rescue us. They teach us that no matter how much trauma you have endured, you are always capable of trusting again. You are always capable of finding your pack. If you believe that dogs are more than just pets, that they are family who would risk everything for us, hit the like button right now. And subscribe to the channel for more incredible stories of the unspoken bond between humans and the animals who change our lives. Don't leave your pack behind. Subscribe now.